I'm an architect. Well, I was trained as an architect and I used to work as an architect, but currently I'm changing direction and I'm doing a sculpture with a clay. I do ceramic sculpture, and I mostly create a figurative sculpture depicting happy faces and laughter, because that's my intention is to spread joy, to introduce joy, to let people have this positive effect. And I also enjoy working with children, and sometimes I do workshop with children.
Okay, this is a hard question. Yeah, maybe similar with Venty. It's everybody, including me, is changing from time to time. So I was an architect and now she's a sculptor. I was also trained as an architect, and that includes some characters to be creative, to be sometimes perfectionist, but also most of the time in real life, dealing with the client, dealing with the workers. I'm more passionate about harmonious relationship between the people. So sometimes I need to give up my perfectionist idealism when I have to deal with the workers or deal with the clients. So just to create a harmonious world. So yeah, that's me.
Hi, we're from Design Stream. I'm Kenneth.
I'm Janice.
I'm Juan.
And I'm Nadira. We are a dynamic group of experienced designers working across residential, commercial, hospitality, and creative direction in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have about 30 designers who live and breathe design. Over the years, we have successfully completed dozens of home, restaurant, hotel, modernization all across Asia and Europe.
I'm Budiman Ong. I design decorative lighting, and we actually produce all the decorative ourselves, but I consider myself to be a designer maker. I use this term because I design through making.
Well, for me, I remember I played all the time when I was a child, and in my case, like, my parents never really give me restriction of what I can use to play. For instance, like, I remember there's a picture, I don't remember all, but like there's a picture when I was a child that I was actually playing with sands, because our house was renovated, and I was playing with sands, like making something. And then I also remember, like, I had female and male friends at that time, and I could also do like climbing on the roof, and then we fly a kite, stuff like that. So we did a lot of things, and sometimes what I did was, like, I was playing with my parents' artwork. I played with my parents' interior decoration, and sometimes I broke them. But they never really, like, scolded me, and they were just like, oh no, now I don't have these things anymore. But then there's no restriction, and I kind of feel like that's what I like about being a child, like having to be able to do a lot of things and playing all the time, having to do a lot of creative things. And what I do now is more like trying to reignite what I had back then when I was a child, like having this creativity and a lot of spontaneous activity. And I think that's real. There's like real art, real art job, stuff like that.
Yeah, this is an easier question. Yeah, from memory, I remember every day I made a coffee house. And I use like all the furniture around the house, sticks, table, fabrics, chairs. Sometimes I just grab my mom's expensive fabric because I didn't know it was expensive. Yeah, it was just nice, and I just made it a curtain or as a door. And yeah, maybe I was really interested in making and playing with spaces already. So it's a childhood. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, is there any particular incident during your childhood that steered you into this artistic journey? Maybe you want to share, Jenny, you want to start?
Yeah, during my childhood days, I was always already making things because my mother used to buy me these lassie blocks and make me play a lot of puzzles, but she will never buy me any Barbie dolls or any like doll houses because even though if I cry, like begging for one, but she will never buy it for me.
Kenneth?
In our school days, there's this game called Kepong Titik. So we basically use two different colored pens to dot our math exercise book to form a continuous line to frame our opponent's dots. So as a result of the game, we always ended up with this amoebic pattern design that filled our exercise book. And in this installation, we come to acknowledge how these simple reminiscences can help us recognize the basic design elements that we already witnessed from our childhood.
Like for me, when I was little, my dad used to take me for long evening drives around the neighborhood. I would often ask him to bring down the window, stick my head out, and drift away, imagining what some of these houses would look like inside. So as I got older, I have a habit of reimagining and redesigning spaces in my head while watching like my favorite TV programs or movies. So from then on, I knew that this is what I want to do, to design spaces that would impact people. One?
My mom is an artist, so she was raising me at the same time that she was doing her studies in the university. So I still remember some moments going to the university with her and going into the classes full of sculptures made of clay, people in the corridors just working with drawings, with canvas, etc. So I spent quite a lot of evenings and afternoons with her, just at home, just painting and drawing, because it was part of her daily basis, so it was part of my childhood as well.
There's no particular incident that I can remember, but as far as I was concerned, I think being born in a very strong Chinese background helps, because we have a lot of this ceremonial purpose that need a lot of paper folding, which I like a lot. And also there's this festival which I remember that had a very strong memory in which is the playing with paper lantern at the Mooncake Festival.
This is kind of interesting because apparently we have different reasons, and that's really interesting because we managed to do the work. I mean, we've managed to have a good workshop, I think. But for me, it's like my idea is like it's very simple. It's just that's because it's with children. The only reason that I wanted to do this project was because it's doing something with children. For me, like I mentioned earlier, like children are real artists because they don't have any boundaries and they are not restricted to anything. And for me, it's like to be able to learn more about art. It's like to see how children do, how children work, how children play. And then, but sometimes I also notice like some children, like they got really scared because they get so many rules by adults, either the parents, either their environment, and either in their school. There are so many restrictions, there are so many rules, and then sometimes they are too afraid to play. And I enjoy also working with these children to help them to be able to say, oh, I want to do this. I want to be able to express themselves, to be able to be themselves, to to show their real creativity. So for me, the idea was because the workshop was with children, and for me it's not like I'm doing something for them or like I'm working like teaching them. It's more like I'm learning from them. It's more like I was the pupil and they are the teacher.
Yeah, for me it's quite a different reason.
Right.
Yes.
It's interesting though.
Yeah.
Work out, okay.
I always respond positively to offer, especially coming from people that I admire and I respect, and the program that resonate with my life. So yeah, and Tine, the owner of Push Push, they are a very inspiring couple for me, and I think their programs are amazing. They don't see the economic as the main aim, so the process and the side effect of the program for me is more important than the economical effect. So for me, it actually doesn't matter if the program involves children or old people or young people, but I will usually always support this kind of program.
I think that's the most interesting part. I mean, we have totally different
Yeah.
ideas, different reason, and then suddenly we did it and it worked out. And I didn't even know it was her reason at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. And I was like, oh wow, it's awesome to be able to work together. Yeah.
So the reason why we support the program is that part of design stream's philosophy is to constantly promote spatial interaction and dialogue. Charcoal for Children is a very special experimental workshop with the children of Bali. It is vital to create and cultivate awareness, teaching our future leaders to respect and preserve our surrounding habitat and environment around us. So this also will give them the opportunity to share their creativity, input with others.
First, I believe in the program. Second, I think if there's this sort of program when I was growing up, will actually help me a lot, and also something that's very productive for children to do.
Very straightforward, explore and play.
Yeah, I mean it's similar. Because for me, like when we discuss about the shape, like we just want to give more possibility and let the children explore to various shapes and space through a very simple wooden toy, so they can build and they can demolish. And here I think both of us think that children needs freedom and limitless possibility, and when we just let them sit and focus, like the things that they build are amazing.
Totally agree.
During the process, the children of Bali were tasked to sketch their dream homes or towers with a piece of charcoal. They were given the opportunity to build their design with a recycled piece of kayu jati, which we already made for them. Like this is called the kayu and this is called the connector. This experience brought back the joy of exploration with your hands. The contentment of building something with your hands is something very personal. We wanted to remind the children of Bali to constantly seek this sense of satisfaction in all they do. It's what drives our passion to design.
The idea is to give a glimpse of how I work with, how I design, because I'm very much into process, and I think it's not the most direct way to design a product, but it's very effective. It's going from understanding a material, then be able to change the perspective of a certain person with the material, and then from there you actually learn a lot from the materials. I think material and process is very important, so I think that's the idea that I want to put across. I hope that is actually being received well. Yeah.
Okay, for me it's again about the children and how they expect and come up with their story.
Yeah, they are the main object, right? No,
But you see something broader, right?
yeah, Yeah, the session was actually very interesting for me because as a mentor, we already have the idea like how the session might run from the beginning to the end. But how the participants react was like totally different. So in that case, we just need the children to adapt. I think everyone needs time to adapt, and when you just be patient and let them sit and get comfortable, then they will be like more relaxed to explore the ideas. So sometimes when the children needs more time to just be relaxed, sometimes the adults is not patient enough. They think, oh, maybe they're not interested, maybe this is not for them, but actually they just need time to adapt.
It was a very interesting weekend for us and the children of Bali to see them exploring, experimenting with all these shapes, forms and structure with the kayu and with the connector. During the sessions, we didn't want to interrupt the creative process. We only just held them once in a while just to guide them through their own designs. One of the things that we observed during the working sessions that it really surprises us was that some of them start working collaboratively as a team to enhance and synthesize the structures. We think that they realize that by working as a team, they could make better and bigger designs.
Actually, the children that came for the 2 sessions that I did was quite young. It's younger than I was expected. But I'm quite happily surprised because they were. I thought the program was hard for them, but I think they managed to do it and they asked a lot of questions. So I think that is very happy surprise. Yes.
Okay, but we have an idol, I+O or something like that.
Yeah, that's the product, not the exhibition. The whole exhibition.
No, we talk about like cities, something.
Yeah, we talk about cities and well, title. I mean, we are still trying to come up with a good one.
Yeah, because the idea was like each children develop something and then everyone collaborate, making like a bigger space, like a city. So the title will be around that.
More or less. The theme is more. It will be around that. We are gonna make like a whole bunch of city, which like the how do you call it, like. But the city is quite unique because it's not just like a building. I mean there's a person, there's a dog, there's a sheep. So it's a mix of everything. It's more like the jungle of dreams. I don't. But
that could be the jungle of dreams.
Maybe it's gonna be jungle.
What do you think?
We will think about it, but maybe actually that's a good option.
Yeah.
Okay, so we name our installation Titik-Titik. This installation resembles the most basic form of spatial design, which is dots to lines to shapes to volumes and then eventually to pattern. We maintain our approach with the most basic form of the initial jati, which is the jati. This is the jati as the base of an installation, where it strings a plane of pattern with the connectors. And this connector holds the structure together and it forms the pattern. So in this installation, in this context, the pattern duplicates itself into a screen that resembles the traditional pattern of Bali heritage.
The lamp, as I mentioned before, called the deck, but they actually come last. The idea was coming from the broken symmetry. When I was in university, we did the dissertations, and I have a book that I read called Nature's Number by Ian Banks. And there's a phrase there called broken symmetry. The idea was that humans are attracted to repetitions, but sometimes if it's the same repetition again and again, it's considered to be boring. So broken symmetry is actually considered to be more a surprise than unpredictable. So it's more fun.